Welcome to Tips and Tools Tuesdays. So, we are right in the middle of the festive season now, between Christmas and New Year. So, it can be quite a busy, chaotic time of year, and sometimes a more challenging time of year for others. So, this practice that we're doing today is a little bit of cultivation of self healing and returning inwards to self, which you'll see that a lot of my practices are around grounding and returning inwards. In this busy world, it's really important to have those practices. So let's come into a comfortable seated position and start to cultivate our own healing energy. Before I go further, I'll actually tell you a bit more about what we're doing. We're going to do a little bit of intuitive healing and pranayama first, and a bit of intuitive healing. So you might be familiar with the concept of Reiki. So it can be similar to that, but this particular practice, you don't have to have any training or anything like that. So yeah, we all have our own innate ability to have healing energy within our hands, that is free for anyone to use. So come into a comfortable seated position, close down the eyes, and just start to connect inwards. Start to arrive into the body, arrive into the breath. And we'll bring the palms of the hands together. We've done this practice before with our little facial practice. So start to rub the hands together to create warmth and heat in the hands, cultivating our own healing energy here. Going quite fast with that, so you really start to feel a bit of warmth there. Then pausing, just bringing the hands apart just a tiny bit. And then imagining that you have this beautiful ball of energy in between the palms of your hands. As you inhale, expand that ball of energy, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lead with the chest, big inhale. Exhale, draw the palms close together, almost a touch. 2 more times, big breath in. Expanding, leading with the chest. Exhale, release. Draw the hands back close together. 1 more time. Exhale, release. Turning the palms of the hands inwards, placing them on the heart for a moment. Maybe setting your intention for your little healing practice today, or what it is that you're trying to cultivate for yourself. And then coming down into a laying down position. So using a pillow for comfort, and maybe having, I've got this big footstool thing here, but you could use a chair as well, just to raise the legs above the heart, give your body a little bit more support, a little bit more nourishment and healing. So you're going to come and lay down on your back. And just placing one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly to begin with. And we're going to practice our 3-part yogic breath. So you're going to bring your focus of attention to the belly first. So breathing into the hand and the belly, allowing the belly to rise and fall. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Rising and falling the belly. That's part 1. And then we're going to move to the rib cage, to the chest. So breathe into the belly and then expand out into the rib cage. Exhale from the rib cage. Exhale into the belly. Inhale into the belly. Expand into the rib cage. Exhale and reverse. Release the rib cage, release the belly. And then moving up into part 3, moving into the collarbone. So breathing into the belly, rib cage, right up into the collarbone, lifting through the heart. And releasing in reverse, collarbone, rib cage, belly. That's a 3-part: belly, rib cage, collarbone. Exhale, collarbone, rib cage, belly. Breathing into all quadrants of the lungs and creating your own wave-like flow here now with the breath, not overthinking it, just breathing to the full capacity of your lungs. Belly all the way through the ribs to collarbone. And releasing in reverse. When you exhale, starting to soften and release. Relaxing any unconscious holdings to the jaw, the forehead. Keep that softening happening with each exhale breath. And bringing your attention back to the palms of the hands here. We're going to come back to that healing energy that we have within our own hands. I'm going to place the hands on the top of the head. So just placing the palms of the hands on the top of the head. And you can really take your time with this practice. I'm going to do it a little quicker here now, taking at least 3 breaths with each hand placement. But you could really take your time and stay there for as long as you feel you need to. Keep focusing on the breath, starting to practice that idea of withdrawing from the senses, keeping your attention inwards, being aware of outside distractions, but trying to keep your focus inwards. Placing the palms of the hands over the eyes now. I find this really helps in that process of withdrawing of the senses, pratyahara, because we're literally taking that vision, dulling it down by placing the palms of the hands over the eyes, allowing us to really turn inwards. Then placing the palms of the hands over the ears. You may start to feel a little bit of warmth and energy within your own hands. And we set the intention to send healing wherever it needs to go within your body. Placing the hands underneath the neck, one palm above the other. So you're kind of cradling the head and the neck. Placing the palms of the hands over the throat area. It's a lovely placement if you are a little bit sick or under the weather and have inflamed lymph nodes. One hand on the heart and one hand on your solar plexus. Keep those expansive breaths going. Keep softening, releasing with every exhale breath. Noticing where you might be holding stress, tension, emotion in the body. Noticing if you can soften any of those areas. And placing both hands on the lower belly. And coming down to the knee, placing one hand on the knee, one hand underneath the knee. And coming all the way down to the foot, so placing one hand on the sole of the foot, one hand around the ankle. Over to the other side. Down to the foot and ankle once again. And releasing. I like to shake my hands out a little, release whatever's not needed. And I like to take a few release breaths here to finish off. Breathing in through the nose, filling the lungs up all the way and out through the mouth. Taking at least 3 release breaths. And remain relaxing there for as long as you like. This is a nice practice to either do first thing in the morning or right before going to bed. It's releasing, if you're doing it at nighttime, releasing any of that tension or stress that's built up from the day and cultivate your own inner healing. And in the morning, if you're doing it in the morning, it's a wonderful way to set your intention for the day going forward and bringing awareness to areas that you're wanting to support in the body and in the mind. So I hope you enjoyed that beautiful intuitive healing practice. Feel empowered to place the hands wherever you feel is needed at the time. And the idea is to just think about sending healing wherever it needs to go within your own body. Thank you for watching, and I hope that is a helpful practice for you at this time of the year. Sending very much love and light to you all. Bye.